Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Are you getting married? Do you feel like you have so many questions? Do you feel like you want to know what's going to happen? Do you need some advice? Have you been married and been separated and you're going through so much and you don't even know where to start with your life? Or are you having cold feet? If you feel like you're just curious, you're dating right now, you're keeping your options open and you just want to see, how things go, but you keep watching the video and you're going to learn so much about, my opinion on marriage. And hopefully if people comment, then you can also see those comments below and we can keep it conversational. Let's get into the video because the video is going to be super long as I talk through it and do my makeup. Hi guys, let's jump right into the video. Today's video is going to be a little lengthy because I haven't done my eyebrows. As you can see, I haven't even moisturized my face today. I really wanted to just, take my time today and do my makeup and have a conversation with you guys. As you may notice from the title, I do want to talk about, marriage and how you guys feel about marriage. One of the very things that I know that I really want to establish with my channel is that I do want to have a dialogue with you guys. My goal is to add value with this channel. I don't want to just, come on here and sit down and just slap makeup on my face. I want to have a dialogue with you, where we share ideas together or I get to share my own experiences. I feel like I want to be a big sister to someone who, maybe is like me currently, is dealing with their own lives on their own and, they kind of feel lost and, they don't have that person that they can rely on or somebody to have a conversation with. So I want to make my platform open for these types of dialogues and, have us help each other like that. So let's just get into the look because here I am already getting deep without even starting my makeup. So I do want to do something about this little décolleté of mine here. So I'm gonna apply some Natasha Denona. Can you see that right there? And I'm gonna put some makeup on like this. Woo, I already have a stick. Gonna go ahead and apply a moisturizer, and as usual I'm using my Cetaphil lotion. I'm gonna just apply that on my face. I do put a lot of lotion on my face. I like my skin to be very moisturized and hydrated, and I know most of you probably feel like, oh, I don't want to put too much on my face, especially when you're breaking out. Don't be afraid of still moisturizing your face. All you have to do is find the right moisturizer for yourself. It could be, figure out what your skin type is and then get a moisturizer, because you still need a moisturizer whether you're breaking out or not. You still need to moisturize your situation, girl. Anyway, back to my topic, guys. I feel like there's so many things to consider when you're getting married that a lot of us overlook. At least I did. And when you don't have someone guiding you, the role of a parent, for me, at least to me, in my opinion, is to be able to guide you. But if your parents do not have the same experiences as you, then who do you go to? Who do you go to for guidance? Who have you been talking to? Or are you keeping it all to yourself and just, experimenting with life? Because I feel like by doing that, you're going to end up, taking the longer route. There's a lot of hush-hush in our community. Most people don't want to talk about their experience. And I just want to make sure that, my own daughter or, you, if you're, just coming up and you're like 15, 16, 17, 18, trying to figure things out. Those are like tough ages where, you want some answers. So let's just be proactive here and not follow all the footsteps that we've seen. If some are not working, then I feel like it's our duty to be proactive and take actions and say, you know what, this is going to stop with me. I am going to make sure that whoever comes next get to experience something different than what I have experienced, and not just carry on with the story and say, hey, this is how I grew up, or there's nothing I can do as a single person, you can get started, and then, you know, who knows, you might get someone to follow you or you might not. Either way, I 1000% believe in standing up for what you believe in and fighting for that cause. And I'm not saying I'm here to fight for like the world's causes, if that's even a word, but I'm just saying there are certain things that I have seen, I have witnessed personally, and I have gone through that I absolutely 1000% do not agree with. So therefore, I'm not going to deal with it just because that's the right thing to do. So guys, back to you now, like you, the young person that's getting married, you know, have you done your due diligence? Have you, you know, met his parents? Obviously, you probably met his parents, but have you spent time with them? You know, do you love them? Do they love you back? You know, and I'm not going to even sit here and pretend like everyone is going to welcome you, and unless you feel like you're welcomed by everyone in his family, you shouldn't marry him. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying it helps if you know what you're getting into, you know, at least if you're accepted and loved by a lot of people in his family, that would help you. And guys, more importantly, believe every single feeling that you're feeling right now. You know, if you're going into something with cold feet and you feel like, you know, oh my gosh, this right here isn't right, please, 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 please do not, I repeat, do not make the mistake of saying, oh, you know, this is temporary, it'll change, or, oh, you know, I'll help him get through that. Don't go in there acting like you're superwoman and you're about to save this man, because it can only fall back on you, and I do not wish that on you. Okay. Also, are you and this man equally yoked? You know, do you like the same things? Do you have the same goals? Do you have the same projects? You know, do you feel like this is somebody that's going to support you 1000%? And I'm talking about vice versa, like both the men and the women. You know, do you feel like this woman is going to back you up, you know, in whatever it is that you're doing? Do you guys have the same goals? 5 years from now, what does he want? You know, 10 years from now, where does he stand? You know, how are your goals aligned as a couple? You know, where are you headed? There's so many things that you need to take into account. And guys, I really hope I'm making sense to you. I was saying, you know, do you assess yourself first? Get to know yourself, you know, better. Know the things that you want. Know the things that you want to accomplish. Do not rush into anything. If you choose to wait, the whole world will adjust. Like, everyone will respect it, including. And guys, there is no pressure. Don't put like the pressure of the world on your shoulder. You know, your parents could be comparing you to other people. Oh guys, I just snatched that out. Comparing your journey to other people and saying, hey, look at this family, or look at that family, look at how this person is doing, or look at that. Let me tell you something. No matter how perfect that family seems on the outside, they're still going through some stuff. And I'm not saying that to like downplay anybody's, you know, successful family or whatever, but that's just a realistic part of life. Like, we all have issues. I saw this quote online on Impact Theory's Instagram, and it had a picture of the I think the CEO of Amazon, and he says, never make a mistake. And I'm just quoting this, and I don't even think it's going to come out exactly how it is, but I'm just giving you an idea of what he says. It says, never make the mistake of comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20, you know, because the company has been in business, I guess, for 20 years. And that's the same thing in life with your friends or with your family members. Just because everyone else is doing something, it doesn't mean that you run to catch up with their lives. You know, you need to learn to step into your own, you know, purpose, you know what you want and go for that. You know, so you have to think deep about everything that you do, guys. Like, and this is something that I wish I did, you know, growing up. or like in my early 20s, because I was just floating through life. Kind of had an idea of certain things, and that's where the whole don't ignore things comes to play. Do not ignore your feelings. Like, there's certain things that are deeply embedded in you, and you know what that is. And if you go against that, you're gonna get slapped around in life until you get back on that track. Like, it's okay if you don't feel like marriage is in the cards for you, period. You know, and I understand that it's so hard to like communicate that in our community, but those conversations we need to have now. You guys, like, we need to open up to one another. If you don't want to do it in the open, do it with somebody that you feel comfortable with. It doesn't even have to be someone from your own race or from your own culture or background, as long as you feel heard. Back to me. What I was able to do, let me just tell you that I did unfortunately leave my relationship, and I live on my own, and I cannot tell you how many things I've heard. I've heard all kinds of, things from, I'm selling my body to I'm, doing this, I'm doing that. If you've gone through so many painful situations, at what point do you say, enough is enough? Let me pump my brakes right here. Let me go back 10, 20 years and let me just reassess the situation. Let me see exactly where am I hitting these roadblocks, what's happening, why am I doing this to myself over and over again? Why do I keep getting these results? Like, what can I do better now that I know these things? Or who can I talk to? Even better, guys. Especially, this is why we're here. This is why this platform is here now. Who can I talk to that's already gone through this, that can help me out of this? Or who do I need to seek? Like, seek help. Do whatever you need to do, but do not get stuck. And I'm not here to like reveal personal issues, because it's not just me, and I respect my daughter's father's privacy, and I am not here to talk about every single thing that's happened in our relationship. But I'm just saying, things happen. Hopefully one day everybody can put their differences aside and know that, we were all born individuals, and we're all gonna have our own individual life experiences. And, it's okay if I don't wish it on anyone, because honestly, it's been like the worst nightmare of my life, having met someone and, as a stranger, you just wish that you never met some people, because you just wish that you never disturb their lives. Basically, you don't want to interrupt anyone's life. That's not the intention when you're going into things. However, when you go into it and things happen, it doesn't also mean that it's the end of the world. It's okay to, say, hey, I tried this and it didn't work out for me. It's not for me. I really hope that my message came across, in a way that you're able to learn something from it, or you're able to know that at least, if you're going to get married for the right reasons. Do it because your heart tells you, this is for me. You've looked at marriage around you. You know what it is. And I'm not just here insinuating also that your experience is going to be exactly like those, but it pays to learn from other people, guys. Lastly, it's okay for us not to isolate each other just because, someone has gone through something, and, growing up, you're told, oh, those are not like good things to do. And you automatically just going to discount that person and act like, they're sinners, or, like your life is way better than their lives. And, they did this and they shouldn't be like within your little circle, and you can't hang out with them. And I know a lot of times that's also what happens when you leave your relationship. You get isolated. Like, most people don't want to be. I know my mom told me this all the time, like, if you leave your husband, you can't even have friends anymore, because your friend's family is gonna say, oh, we don't want you hanging out with that, because we don't want you like influenced by this person. But little do they know, you feel the same way. Like, you're doing maybe, I'm not here to accuse anyone, but I'm just saying, we all have skeletons in our closet. So why be mean to someone, or why isolate people just because they have done something that you don't agree with. I don't understand that we need to stop that. Like, be respectful and be sensitive to other people and their beliefs and what they want in life. If just because it doesn't match with yours, it doesn't mean that theirs is wrong, or vice versa. So guys, I do want to say something else, or if you don't fall under any of these categories and you feel like you just haven't met the right person yet, and you're feeling like the world is closing in on you because you feel like you're at a certain age and your Mr. Right still hasn't appeared, and it's not a personal choice, you want it now and you don't have it, I would just say hang in there, and maybe it's all happening for the better, because by the time your Mr. Right shows up, you'll be completely ready for him, and who knows, you might live happily ever after, instead of going into things and then coming out with like heartache and all these life issues that you don't need. So just hang in there and work on yourself, work on your hobbies for now, find out different things that you're passionate about, travel, do your thing, do your own thing, show us what you got, don't keep your mouth shut, don't just shut off the world and, think you have to do everything on your own. Hey guys, this is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed the video and that you learned a little bit from the message. The theme of the video is all about, marriage, self. Thought it would be appropriate if I wore, this really nice dress. I think it's fun. It's a fun look, right? What do you think? Leave a comment down. Please, like I said, let's keep the conversation flowing. Comment down below about your thoughts, your opinion, or your experience, or what is something that you're still dealing with right now that you need help with. I'm very much so interested in knowing your experience, and so as a community, we'll be able to figure these things out together. So leave your comments down, like, comment, and most importantly, do subscribe. Be a part of this nice and exciting journey that I'm on. Hopefully, something good comes out of it. But I thank you so much for watching, and please come back for more video.